Hello, everybody. Welcome to season two. Okay, this look like four. So I'm gonna put two. This amount two. Of I've
However,
got questions. I'm your host, Katie, and I am so excited to have you guys here with me because today I have a very special guest. And you can't hide. See? Look. See all of that? This is the one, the only Mr. Ainsley Thomas, also known as Le Husband, my husband, not your one, my one. But I digress. Mr. Ainsley Thomas, and yes, me I give the people them all your full government name. Just a dash out the things I'm tell everybody your business. How are you, sir? And welcome.
thank you for having me. I'm good.
No, you're not good. You're great. You're married to me.
Same can be said.
Mm, good point. Good point. You have a good point.
Yeah.
Can't really argue with that now, can I?
No, you
Ooh.
can't.
Okay, fine. But yes, you are awesome. And thank you. I know all of our listeners across Instagram, everywhere you get your podcast, we are now live. So if you go in and you click on I Got Questions with the K, don't forget the K, you'll be able to join us in the conversation. You can put your questions in the comment section and we'll answer them. Some of them. Come no. No. But anyways, I'm very happy to be kicking off season two with this guy. Now I know a lot of you are okay. You know what? You see all this extraness that you're putting out right now. They don't need to see all that.
Why not?
You will notice we're wearing our American football shirts. Clearly, we don't go together very well.
House divided.
Well, I wouldn't say divided. It just,
Yes.
one of our teams makes the playoffs very often. One of us doesn't. So, yeah, fun times. Fun times. Needless to say, neither of our teams are going to the Super Bowl, so I don't think we get to
We
brag or boast about that.
we both have six.
Okay. Yay. That's so fun.
Yes.
Anyways, let's dive in. So today, of course, we're going to talk about the elephant in the room. Or is it a giraffe?
Or a donkey.
A donkey?
Mm-hmm.
What? A donkey. Alright. That's what we're going to reduce our marriage to. A donkey. I mean, I did equate it to an elephant, so that might not be the same. But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, it's a question everybody asks. Why are we still married? Now, it's not from a place of, oh my God, why are they still married? Because OTR do the most and them. No, I think it's not even why, in the sense that they're questioning our marriage, but in this century, in this time period where relationships are seen as for show, for the gram. Everybody shows up for Instagram, on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram everything looks good, and then 2 seconds later you see everybody go, oh, we're filing for divorce, and you go, but what happened? um I am on social media. My husband, his social media presence, and you can speak to
Is
this yourself,
zero visibility on
is
social
zero.
media. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like him not really show me half stuff, but we're gonna talk about that later. But no, it's interesting because marriage is such a unique tradition, and I can't tell you where it date back to, how it date back to, and all of that. What I do know is that over the years we've watched it evolve. But the underlying thing, at least for me, is when it comes to marriage, it's no different than any relationship.
No, it's not. But once you become married, or what society have as a norm, so once you become married, then everything you what a better word I should use.
In my
Um,
opinion, I just have a mouth, I blush. Ew. I'm just kidding.
uh, what would I say?
We don't know your thoughts, but I can think for you. I do it
Yes,
very well.
right.
Yeah, yes, I do. But no, here's the thing, and I'll ask you this. It's, for me personally, when I look at marriage, as I said, it's no different from any other relationship. I don't think I put the same value because of society. Actually, society doesn't
Yes.
put the same value on any other relationship the
Other
same
than
way they
marriage.
do with
Right.
marriage. And for me, it's like, I don't care if you're married to me or you are my boyfriend or, whatever it is. Our love does not change because we got married.
Married.
You didn't
Right.
get married and suddenly go, some love that somebody at 10 times more than.
Yeah.
So for me, it's not a matter of why are we still married in a day and age where everybody is moving
Out of
outside of the
religion.
traditional
Yeah. Yeah.
norms of, being married. It's we got into this at a stage where we were young
Yeah.
and we were blessed and highly favored enough that we continued
Continued throughout the years.
to grow with each other.
Yes. And that's one thing with marriage, our relationship on a whole,
Yeah.
right? You have to grow, you have to change in order to move forward.
In order to move. I agree. So for both of us, I can say we have grown, we
Yeah.
have changed, we have developed, we have. It is just the way our lives have evolved.
Yeah.
It is beautiful to see who we are now.
True.
Because the version of us that when we got married at
10 years ago.
23,
Yeah, it's way different
it's
from now.
way different.
Way more mature.
So yeah.
Make better decisions, all that.
Well, I wouldn't say we make better decisions. I mean, we make, different decisions. Because I'm still going to support my team all day, every day.
Yeah.
And him still decides him need to
Right.
continue support the team.
And
And again, the same way we do with Manchester United. We can't just put that team there, so them have others you can pick.
but
The struggle is
remember,
not worth it.
you follow the team because I'm a patriot.
Okay. All right.
So yeah.
All of that not necessary, but anyways. But yeah, I would say that we found ourselves evolving and growing with each other. So
Yeah.
we've had that beauty of watching each other become better versions of ourselves.
Yeah.
So it's like, we'll see, So funny, I see somebody in the comment going, man, no ma'am, you need to find an next team. Find an next team. The stress is not worth it.
Big up Steffi, Man U to the world.
No. But I digress. Now, I would say, when I look across relationships, again, that marriage should not carry more weight than any other relationship. Why? Because
True.
all relationships require the same effort
Yep.
into it. Or am I delusional?
No, it's the same. It's the same process. It's like building a house. You have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Right. You have to start at the foundation, and once you start at the foundation, you keep building.
Yeah. But now that we're looking around and we see all of these relationships that are, microwavable, for lack of a better word. They're here today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
What do you think is the problem?
For me, they're all dependent. Sometimes people go into relationships for different things,
Very true.
and both people clash at some point.
Yeah.
Right? And
That's
then
true.
they're like, oh, well, this is not working for me. Instead of sitting down and say, hey, let's work out this so we can come to one decision, or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
like, this is yours and this is mine, and this is where people have issues nowadays.
I mean,
Right?
I can't say I disagree with that.
Once you're in a relationship, it's no longer me. It's us.
Oh.
All right? We're a team. All right? So that's where the difference with marriage and, in my opinion, and in a relationship, because in marriage, it takes a lot of paperwork and
The
whatever
legality of it.
right?
Okay.
While somebody can say, hey, this is not working for me. So move on.
But don't you think even if you're married and it's not working, you can say, hey,
Yes.
this isn't working for me. I'm gonna move on.
But again, the process is different.
I mean, it's gonna be harder because I'm gonna take half of what you own.
Right.
You can keep that shirt. I don't. I really want this. Are your football?
When you're just in a regular relationship, you can just say, okay, this is not working out for us, so let's go our separate ways.
Yeah.
And then there's no strings attached there. Marriage now, it has to go through the legal process.
But then in a country where common law marriage is looked at, would that still apply? No,
No,
because whether you're there, like for instance in Jamaica, you have, I don't know how many years you have to. I think it's like 5 or so. Once you've been with a person for 5 years, you'll share the same roof. When you, if you do decide to go your own way, then you still got to share half of everything. So it's like,
they're trying to bring it into law, but again, it's a Caribbean. If we're not, if we don't have that signed, it's a document
yeah.
saying, it's just like, okay, deuces.
I mean, I get it, but you know what? Just for fun, we're gonna switch it up a little bit. Let's talk about us.
Yes,
Relationships have come and gone. Friendships have come and gone. All of the ship them. Every
yes,
ship. Relationship, friendship, sea ship, man ship. All of the ship them. And again, we have managed to weather so many storms.
yeah.
You know, what would you say is your favorite memory of us together?
My favorite memory is like when we just started. We
The
both,
struggle days?
yes,
Jesus, the
because the
struggle.
struggle days is our foundation to what's happening now.
Oh gosh, Lord. Boy. You just talk about the things them just all them good something there.
Is it true?
But you know what? Yes, you are right. Would I say that is my favorite? Absolutely not. The struggle is not for me. But
So
my
what would be
favorite
your
memory?
favorite?
Um, what the list is very long,
Exactly.
It's a very long list. But I would have to say my favorite moment was the day we got married. Reason being, we saw a life with each other that turned out completely different. And it's interesting because in that moment, we had no idea what our lives were going to be.
Hmm.
We were taking a chance and hoping that the person that you were choosing is not going to be a janko.
True.
A
And
pigeon, but not a janko.
but it,
Worst
but
case
it
scenario.
turned out that
It won't be a
both
janko?
persons, right?
It won't be a
Both,
janko.
both persons wanted the same thing at the end of the day.
That is true.
So that's what made it
That's,
and continue keep.
but they say opposites attract.
Yes.
So
So you like Steelers, I like Patriots. Opposites attract.
I like every other football team except Manu.
Exactly.
And you're trying to force me to go see the game, but it's all right. We're gonna work it. But
Yes, but
it is interesting to see, as I said, now we've heard the Deo story, opposites attract. You got to put in the work, you got to do all of this. And I feel like it shouldn't just be put in just because you're married, but into any relationship.
yes,
Friendship takes work,
yes.
like a lot of work. I still got to call you, I still got
Every
to
ship,
check on you.
every ship takes work.
What if more one boat?
That takes work too.
A dinghy?
All of it.
Yeah, that
So
sounds like a good
that
put
and
in.
that's the thing. A lot of people will take the easy way out,
Yeah,
right? Instead of building something.
that is true.
So in my opinion, that's the main reason why marriages don't last or relationships don't last nowadays.
I
Because
mean, can't disagree with
it's
that.
a quick in and out, and if I don't like what I see, I leave. Instead of try to figure it out and then work on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you guys do with the coaches, man? You know, figure. Alright, I'm done. I promise I'm done. Mr. The people that might get upset in the comments, I'm done. I'm not saying nothing more about Manchester United and the stress that them are causing on my house and the TV them when they want to get dashed and all of them something there. We're not doing it. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying, if we're gonna work for relationships, what would be something that you think has to be done in order for any ship to work?
All right. So for in the relationship, clear communication, clear understanding, right? It's like setting a goal. This is what we want to achieve.
Yeah.
And once both of us are on the same page, we can achieve it. So it will go back to the same thing, clear communication.
Yeah.
with everything that we say, communication is key,
Yeah,
right?
that is true. I
Talk about
mean,
what you want.
yeah,
Get to know each other. Likes and dislikes. It's just
yeah,
that simple.
and see if they
They come together.
yeah, if
If they
they
don't come
work.
together, then
You know, so you go left and me go right.
because in today's date or before you could say, people used to say, "Oh, I need Mr. Perfect" or "I need Mrs. Perfect."
You're welcome. Yeah.
There's no such thing.
What? Wait, what?
Love you too.
Oh man.
But there's no such thing, right? It's just finding someone and you share the same common goal
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
And it no, it's why the rooster decided to come join for a conversation. Anyways,
Mhm.
I mean, over the years we have watched each other grow, and I think if anything, I would say that's the one thing that has kept us, me and the rooster when I go kill run a back, that has kept us is clear communication. It isn't easy to find somebody who's willing to grow with you.
Yes.
And for me, I think that has been the one thing that has kept us grounded.
Mhm.
We have no. Me go. Me soon come back. Me go get one chicken. Watch me go kill a rooster. Yeah.
The rooster.
Crow one more time if you think you're bad. Oh, and stop talk.
Hmm.
I guess you know, so the rooster disrespectful. The
That's
rooster
how it is.
disrespectful.
That's how it is. Yeah.
But
But
no, I think it is having that ability to, as you said, clearly communicate, but finding somebody who's gonna grow with you.
yeah.
That really changes things.
Mhm.
Ain't go kill the rooster.
Leave the rooster alone.
Why? It might interrupt me. It's me I try the things to the people and him decide to join the conversation.
You see?
Want to
But
join the conversation. But no, it has been a beauty for us to be able to not only communicate, but watch each other grow and evolve into the people we are today. And that has
yes.
changed the trajectory of our entire marriage.
Mhm.
We're not going to sit and pretend like there aren't bad days.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, we are human.
Humans.
Ainsley, please go kill the chicken.
The chicken is okay. Continue.
You see? There's no clear communication. Him not understand say me no want the chicken. Anyways. But no. Right now we find that there are a lot of people who are obsessed with the idea of marriage,
Yeah.
but don't know, and not just marriage, any relationship. They want to be in a relationship with somebody. They
Right.
want to have that companionship, but there is so much more that goes into it.
Yeah, exactly. Because a lot of people just be like, okay, a relationship is going out. Just going out, hanging out, going to
Yeah.
the parties. But the behind the scenes, nobody wants to work on the behind the scenes, right? Because once the party is done, outside is done,
Yeah.
what happens behind the scenes?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
But
that's where the
but the
issues are.
behind the scenes part, that is where you really put in the work.
Yes.
And I believe that, in everything I do, when you have a relationship or any ship at all,
Mm.
it is important to show that person um what it feels like to be in a place where they're loved, where they're respected, where they're cared for. And that should be done both privately and publicly.
Yeah.
But I do find that a lot of people behind closed doors, they're having these tumultuous, they're not able to, but the minute somebody else comes around, they're like, oh my God, everything is great.
Yes.
Now, I do feel like there is, difficulty in being able to find that balance sometimes. Why? Because you're not working through these things, and in times of difficulty, that is when you really and truly kind of figure out,
Yeah.
is this person with me or not? How you resolve those issues.
Right. And that's the thing. Some people are scared of confrontation. So again, they just want the what we would say is what the good side or the pretty side that people are seeing out there. They're like, oh, I want what they have.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
but sometimes they don't know that some people just out there for show.
Yeah. So we got a question. In times of difficulty, what made you want to work it out? One, I invested a lot of money in his life insurance. I'm just kidding.
And high the same.
um, it is good to reflect. For me, I know if you start to build a house and somehow the contractor dies or something goes awry, you don't stop building the house. You
Yeah.
move, you try to figure out one, what happened?
Mm-hmm.
How did we get
Here.
here?
How
And
can
what
we
is our goal? Because remember, the goal for us is to build the house.
Yep.
It needs to have a good foundation. We need to have, good plumbing, good electricity, all of these things. Ainsley, for the love of God, you can't just lick your rooster one day. I mean, kill it. The rooster get on my nerves. All right, fine. But I have found that not only with clear communication are we able to evade or deal with the difficult times. It's trying, and this is what I and Ainsley have done over the years, is premeditated things that could cause an issue. We deal with them before they become an issue.
True. Right.
So whenever difficult times came up, it wasn't hard to go, we're going to work through this.
Mm-hmm.
We have to work through this. Why? Because the goal is that the house still needs to be built.
Yes.
We went before all of our friends and family and God and Moses and all of them other people and all them and the universe and said, we're going to work this together through sickness and health and all of those things and all of them something there. So when the challenges do come, now we got to come back to the drawing board and be like, all right, what is the problem? What is the solution? And more importantly, is to take accountability, because at the end of the day, we equally contribute to whatever it is that's going on.
Yeah.
So me can't say, no, all right are your fault. Everything are you do wrong. Everything. No.
Yeah, you have to take
accountability.
Yeah.
Where did I go wrong in this situation? More importantly, how did I contribute to this situation going from here to really quickly?
Yeah.
So it's definitely not, I wouldn't say difficult time. It would be lesson learned for us, because in every moment that we come up on something, it's this is, what did we learn from this?
Yeah.
What was the goal? What did we learn?
And then we work through it, find a solution, and then move on, and hope we don't get back to that stage.
Yeah.
We just keep growing.
Yeah, keep growing. But another key thing is, it takes more than love.
Yeah.
Because, well, then again, I would say it depends. My love is not attached to what a person can or cannot do. Because if for any reason they're not able to produce those things, then does it mean I don't love them anymore?
Yeah, or any less.
Or any less? I mean, if I say I support some crappy team, I go work on a love situation still, but I digress. Okay. But it's dealing. Okay, honey, come closer to me. Let me talk to you and Jesus one time, sweetie. I'm like, we have a difficult time in front of the people. But no, it is really and truly understand that it takes more than love. And love is not the deterring factor as to how we treat each other, how we think about our lives together.
Yeah.
We love each other, whether or not you are able to do this, because there's no contingencies on our love for each other.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Says again, how do you handle compromise?
We can't hear you, Auntie. The people can't hear you.
You find very annoying about each other.
You mean like the facts and support? So, perfect example.
House divided.
Perfect example. My husband support one football team. We will not call any names. We'll name them nameless.
Glory.
And from time to time, he'll have his friends over who also support team that will remain nameless. And like I call them coach, because them coach from the coach. Them now watch them, they're not a game, they're not nothing. Them just feel like them know everything, them handle everything. And for the longest while, it would irritate me, because I'm like, this don't make no sense. Oh no, just a cuss, and then I'm gonna further. But
we used to play the game, so we know the rules of the game.
I never play nothing.
So
one have two left foot.
You have coaches that they understand the game, they've never played the game, they understand in the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they will go to coach. We are players, we used to play the game, so we know the rules. So yes, when we see a coach doing foolishness, we're going to call it out.
You're going with that
It's just
story.
natural.
That's where we are going.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to answering Stephanie's, how do we manage compromise? Now, again, I have to compromise on that regard because that is something he finds, very interesting. That's his passion. You have two left foot, but then I mean if you tell the world same have two left foot, they always see when
Star baller.
Anyways, but it is not so much that it's compromising. Because I think when we hear the word, it means that you have to give up something in order to facilitate somebody else's feelings. And in truth, we have grown together so much that we tend to like, some of the things each other like, and the things that we don't like, we just, we allow you to, because remember, you were an individual before you met me. Your likes were there before you met me, so they're not going to change. So it's not that we're compromising, it's we're allowing you to be yourself.
Yes. And that's number one in relationships. You have to be yourself. Right?
To the detriment.
Right. And we can break it down in Jamaican terms. I'll give you an example. If you don't like to see me dirty, you shouldn't be able to see me clean. Right? So, yeah.
I don't know what that means, but alright, cool. I'm just kidding. But no, it's definitely, it's not a compromise. It's understanding, the things that work for that person and allowing them to be themselves. Is it does things that are annoying? Yeah. I mean, equally annoyed. Exactly. Have you met me? My annoyance goes beyond the unknown.
And again, when you've been together long enough, it's like it's not even a factor anymore.
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
just
okay, that's just her being her. That's him being him.
Yep, move on.
Let her do her, let him do him. It's just one of those things.
Is this the hill we want to die on? No. This is not something that we feel warrants our attention or warrants us having to have a conversation, because there are things that people do that for us is annoying, but for them is gratifying and satisfying.
Yeah.
So for me to come and say, oh, you can't do this because it annoys me, is possibly taking away something that is soothing to that person.
Right.
So you deal with it. Ish. A joke. Yes, you just deal with it. You just deal with it and move on. But another question that we have been asked over and over and over again, as we started by saying, why are we still married? There was a time in our lives where, like anybody in any relationship or whatever, where we wanted companion, we wanted to grow old, we wanted somebody to hold our memories and be witnesses to our lives.
Yeah.
And we chose that because there are a lot of serious things that will come up in our lives that needs to be handled and handled with care. My husband knows I have very specific views on funerals and all that. You're not gonna bury me. You're not gonna bury me. No, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that. So, when it comes to things like those, these are conversations that we are handling. Serious situations.
We're both level-headed.
We're both level-headed, and it depends on
the situation.
So the question asked is, how do you handle a serious life situation? Now, we've been tested in this.
Yeah.
And we failed in this instance.
Everything else.
Like we failed hard.
It's a trial and error.
Because we started out, and it's interesting because we've been together so long and we were very sure of who was doing what when it was happening, and then the test came and the two of us stood there and went,
what?
What is happening? And we worked through that process by realizing, one, somebody had to take the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Two, what was the goal?
Yes.
What is the situation? What are we trying to accomplish? What lessons are we learning? And how do we resolve it? And so we put those things in order. We knew that this thing is happening. Okay, we need to make a clear, somebody needs to make a decision. So we start to throw out ideas. All right, what do you think if we do this? All right, cool. Yeah. We're going to put a pin in another one there and come back. Here is my pros and cons against it.
Yes.
And sometimes we are not in a situation where you have that conversation readily able to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's a matter of, hey, Aunt, say, they always want to go France, and I say 2 plane tickets, and they cost $50.
We are going to buy it?
me bite.
Right.
We're going to France.
Yeah.
Let's just,
And
but
then I'll piggyback and say, yes, France, yay.
yeah, or him say,
No.
say you're going to need to cancel that and
Right.
here is why.
Right.
So I think the reason again why we failed in our first situation is because we didn't have a lot of, I would say, practice, but we thought we were prepared.
Yeah.
And when it actually came to it, we realized, all right, so we took the exam and we take the trail with all of this, but now that we're actually in this,
Yeah.
things are going differently. So from that, we learned exactly what not to do and how we want to move forward in any other situation that may come up. Who tends to take the lead? It depends. If it is
All depending on
football
the
related,
situation.
sports related,
Music related, dancing related,
all right, you don't need to tell the people. I want to.
cooking related, her.
When it comes to our daughter, that's a joint
Both.
effort.
Yes.
We are the leaders in
Yeah.
that. We don't make any decisions without each other.
Yep.
We don't have that. That's a conversation that we both discussed before we had children. That we are parents.
Yeah.
There is no leader when it comes to our parenting style. We are leaders.
And earlier, you would have heard I said team.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, the whole thing. Team. You have to be a team.
Yeah. Who keeps who keeps us level-headed? That is probably one of my biggest appreciation for this man, because if you've met me, you'll know that I run 1,000 miles an hour. My brain going 1,000,000 miles a second. I have 15 things happening at one time, and he is the most laid back, chill
guy.
Okay. You know, you may tell people I'm say laid back and chill. Why you can't make me tell them say, me I take a lead.
Yes, and I'm supporting.
He's so cute. He's so cute. He's so cute. But
Chill
no,
guy.
it's there are different avenues that we express our different strengths. And we talk about those very openly. So there
Yes.
is no misunderstanding
Standing
as
up.
to when a situation arises, it's now very easy to assign who needs to do what. Because, for instance, everybody says, hey, we're all coming over for dinner.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, that's me. Because I don't want to cook.
Yes.
When it comes to our finances, that's us. We're both shitty at it. So we're working out. I always seek the professional help and the people who can actually, give us some good insights as to how
Right.
to move forward. When it comes to anything, it's a matter of respecting each other's opinions, finding value in each other's opinions,
Yep.
and then validating those opinions.
True.
Because
So true.
just because you have an opinion about something doesn't make it right.
True.
And so we have to, sit down and have those conversations and say, okay, where do we go from here?
Yeah.
How do we, is this a learning situation? Is this a teachable? And again, when it's all said and done, respect.
Yes.
Right across the board.
Right across the board. You have to have respect.
Yeah. That really changes things.
Yeah.
That really changes things. So then, how would you sum us up? No, don't say it like you're stressed out. I've got to think about it. No, no, sir, no, no, sir. Don't say it like that.
As a couple.
As opposed to what, Ainsley?
As a family.
Oh, okay, there is that
we
option
are
too.
Sensational.
No, you gotta do it. We're sensational. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't come too close. I don't want this robot family.
I already did. They already married me.
But no, we're sensational.
Yes, we are.
I mean, more me than you, but that needless to say, well, me give you some.
Right.
I give you a little bit, you ain't gonna lie.
Keep telling yourself that.
That's exactly what I tell myself to go to
Nice.
sleep. Yeah, that all of this is me. Yeah, anyway.
What about this?
What is this?
Hmm.
You know, me not do this with you again. This is the last year you come on my podcast. Cause you come over and I try to take over and I go like, hey,
no, I didn't take over.
Just kidding. But I love it. I love that we're able to have this conversation. So to answer the question, why are we still married? Because we understood what the goal was. We knew what we wanted when we started this. Foundation.
Yep.
Put it down. And then we started building. And of course, we are always open to redesigning, redecorating,
everything.
adding,
Yep. Take
taking
out.
out,
Yeah.
seeing how things fit.
And the thing is, you will never be perfect. You will
Unless
never
you're
get
me.
it right all the time.
Unless you're me.
It's as we've been together a long time,
Jeez, oh.
and we're gonna be celebrating our 15th anniversary this year, right? And we're still learning.
Yeah.
We never stop learning.
Because we're still evolving.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Like I
We're
say,
still evolving.
it's like school. You learn something every day.
Yeah.
So
You're still evolving. So
you
it
will
is.
never be perfect in any marriage. Every marriage is a learning.
But is it just marriage? Or would you say any relationship?
Any relationship.
Workship, friendship, marriageship, courtship, girlfriendship, but any ship, as a matter of fact, ship, boat, trade, everything. All of them. Put all of them in a one.
You have to work.
You gotta work on them. They all require work.
Yeah.
And we have been lucky enough to be willing to put in the work with each other. And that's what has made it different.
Yes.
So in days like these where you have, you know, all these relationships going on around us and, you know, things not going together and things. At some point in time, you just gotta take a step back.
Have to.
And go, is this really what I want?
Yeah.
Is this really worth it?
And that's the thing with relationships. When you're going to get into arguments, right? How are you going to resolve that argument? You're like, oh, I don't want this because I have my first argument. No. You sit down, have the conversation.
Yeah.
And say, hey, is this what I want? Is this again, relationships overall, it's always going to be a challenge.
Yeah.
Always.
Especially because people are growing. You're growing, you're evolving, you're changing. Your views yesterday may not
be the same.
The views today.
Yeah.
So being lucky to find somebody who also wants to grow and evolve, it really changes things.
Right. So that's where you hit the point right there.
Yeah.
You have to find somebody that's willing to grow.
Yeah.
If that person is not willing to grow, then
it's not gonna go anywhere.
No.
And change.
Yeah.
Growth requires change. And it's long enough that Ains and I have been in that state where we're like, may I try get him to change from the football team and just now move. But we're gonna work on it. Eventually. That's all I can say. Eventually.
Yes.
It'll go happen. But no, to answer the question, why are we still married? Because as I said, we understand the assignment. We know what our goal was, is, and continues to be.
Yep.
And that makes the process a lot easier for us.
Yep.
To just keep moving forward. The house may change. Mm-hmm. You may redecorate. You may change out a few things, but at the end of the day, you still have the house.
Mm-hmm. And you know what the end goal is.
And you know what the end goal is.
Yeah.
Is that? Or you collect a life insurance? I'm just.
I don't have any.
Wait, I mean, I'm no life insurance.
Yes.
Well, you're not a life. I'm just kidding. But no, thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you for the comments.
For the questions, the comments, for joining us and the rooster that decided it wanted to be a part of this conversation. Sheesh.
Until then.
What do you think? Your first podcast wrapped up, huh?
Yes.
A good start to season 2.
Yes, good start.
You know, me not invite you back, right?
That's okay. You don't have to invite me. I will just pop up.
Like a magic trick. Oh, the Ainsley and Katie show.
Yeah.
We should get one of those, the Ainsley and Katie show, because we a mess. We're an absolute mess.
And thank you again for having me.
You're welcome. No, but say it loud so everybody can hear. So
it's in the mic is there. Thank you for having me.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for the questions.
Thank you for the questions, the interactions.
Yes.
Season 2 of I've Got Questions. Do not forget to like, subscribe, share, tell everybody about the 2 people and when I have no sense. But mostly me. And on that note, we're gonna just exit because and he married too. So if anybody else he married in gone, that's a wrap. Thank you. Bye. Why you have to be like that?